Hey, how's it going, you guys? My name is Tony, and I recently picked up this 2008 Subaru Impreza. And it is pretty windy today, but it is pretty nice weather. So I thought this would be a good day to tell you guys a little bit about this car. So I pretty much picked this car up about a week ago, I'd say, and it's been great, honestly. 5-speed manual. It's slow, but it's fun. It's not a supercar or a sports car or anything close to that, but it does have a little bit of tasteful mods on it, and it's pretty nice. It needs a little TLC around the edges, but for a first project car, I wouldn't say it's too bad. It comes with it came with these wheels, actually, these chrome wheels, pretty nice. It came with the WRX rear wing thing, whatever you want to call it. It's got a aftermarket, pretty sure it's a catback exhaust. Sounds pretty good. Doesn't sound too ricey like a Honda Civic, but does have a good tone to it. The bumper is pretty messed up. I think the guy who I bought it from hit a deer before I bought it, so yeah, unfortunately. But it is on lowering springs, and the fitment is pretty perfect, I'd say. I mean, like, I can't even put two fingers there. You just got to be kind of gentle when you go over bumps and stuff. When I'm going out of like gas stations, I need to be careful. So be better on flat ground. But I'm pretty sure the front is a little bit higher than the back. It's not squatted or anything. You can't even tell, but it helps out the ride a little bit. And yeah, I mean, these cars are not meant to be sports cars. They're not meant to be modded or anything like that. But I don't think it looks too bad. I would say it needs some headlights, because these headlights are they're fine, but I think I can make this thing look more sporty with like halos or what comes on the WRXs, because this is the non-turbo. And obviously with this non-turbo engine, there's not much you can really do with it, because if you know, Subarus, even the turbo ones aren't very modifiable, and this definitely fits into that category. So one thing I am glad about is that it is a hatchback. I do like the hatchbacks of these cars, and the non-hatchbacks, the sedans, I'm pretty sure, I would say they're not as you can't make them look as good, and they kind of look like regular traffic. Not saying that this doesn't, but I do prefer the hatchback a little bit more. Yeah, so let me take a look inside the interior here. Pretty clean interior. I'm glad that I got this interior. It's like all black, and then it has a little bit of these silver pieces here. And then this is 5-speed manual. Feels really smooth. This is a short shifter, I do believe. There was a short shifter installed, and then I added this shifter because the stock shifter that comes on it feels a little bit blocky. However, I do like these seats. They're really nice. I would say I might get nicer seats in the future, but these ones are nice for the time being. And I really like this system. If I turn on the car, it's Boss Audio, I'm pretty sure, but it works perfect. It hooks up to my phone immediately. I'm gonna turn it off so that doesn't. And then I added this just to hold my phone. And then if I take a look at the back, same deal here. All black. These seats are incredibly soft, super squishy. They don't feel cheap. They don't feel plasticky or fake leather. They feel nice and authentic. For a car like this, I am more than impressed. And whoa, It's getting very windy. Shut that. And take a look. In here, you can see these seats are perfect. I love these seats, and really cushiony, really cushiony. And I would say for a small car like this, which I'm like 6'3", and I fit perfect in this car. With the seats, you can move them back. They're not automatic, but who really cares? Because this is a 2008, we don't need all those safety features or anything. And for being not very powerful, not having a powerful engine, it does feel pretty raw with that manual and that short shifter. And because it's lower, it handles a lot better on turns and corners. And with the all-wheel drive system, it is pretty fast off the launch if you do shift good. But I'm not saying it's like a race car or anything. And this actually is not my first car, not even close. But it is my most reliable car I've had. I think my first car was a 94 Pathfinder, which I had for a couple months. Was like my first car, so obviously I didn't know how to take care of it. And then after that, I had a 2003 Ford Mustang. That one was a very fun car to drive. 5-speed manual, 260 horsepower. It was the 4.6 liter V8 GT. Pretty fun car, but I didn't do proper maintenance on that. I wasn't fully into cars at the time. I didn't fully understand it. I just wanted a nice, fun car, and it was, but I didn't treat it right, and it had to go. So, and then after that, I got a 2008, same year as this, BMW 535xi, the twin turbo straight six version, all-wheel drive, 4-door. I'll put up a picture now. That car was insanely fun to drive. It was fairly quiet, but it was very fast compared to all the other cars I've had. 305 horsepower from that straight six with the twin turbo. But yeah, this is the car I have currently, and I do have some plans for this car. I want to add a few tasteful mods. Obviously, nothing to the engine right now because these engines is probably gonna blow up. But maybe in the future I could engine swap this. Obviously, that is in the far future, across the horizon. But I do want to add some tasteful mods to this car, like for example, change the emblems on this and the front and the back. Maybe add some fender flares and wheel spacers. But overall, this car is not too bad. It's in pretty good condition. Everything's fine. The steering wheel's straight. The transmission feels amazing. Like if I put on the clutch, like it shifts perfect. Feels really nice. Doesn't feel spongy or super like loose. It feels tight and good. So e-brake works perfect. Everything in this works perfect besides this right window. And see, as you can see, doesn't. This one can. Every other window can besides this one right here. And I think partially that is because that side was hit by a deer. So, and the guy who I bought this from also, he got hit by a Mustang, I'm pretty sure, on this side right here. And that's why this bumper, you can see, very wiggly. I need to get a new one of those. But he did restore this car pretty well. I mean, the headlight, brand new, fender brand new. But I do want to get a pretty much new body panels, because not to rice it out. I don't want to rice out this car because obviously this car it's not a supercar or anything like that. But I do want to add some tasteful mods, and I think that an aftermarket hood with maybe some more grooves in it or more lines. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. But I don't know if WRX bumpers and hoods could fit on this car, because what I've researched is sometimes they say they do, sometimes they say they don't. So I don't really know. Some of the WRXs seem to be wider, have wider fenders, while others don't. And then some WRXs seem to have the same bumper as this, while others do not. So I need to do more research on that, but for now, I'm not too sure. But overall, I would say this car is pretty nice, pretty clean. It feels fun to drive. I love these wheels. They're super nice. They're not too heavy. They don't feel too heavy on the road, but they add a lot of sportiness to this car. When you add some nice wheels like these, it tends to spice it up a tiny bit. So I'm gonna drive this thing around, start it up, and I will show you guys what it sounds like, what it drives like at highway speeds, shifting through the gears, all that kinds of stuff. So we're gonna start this car. It is pretty quiet from the inside. However, the exhaust, when you do get on the throttle, sounds very nice. So I'm gonna start this up for you guys real quick. It does have a nice rumble to it when you start it, but it's not like anything crazy, and it's not too loud, it's not too obnoxious. It's just the right amount of like loudness, but it also sounds pretty good. So I'll give you guys a quick few revs just to show you what it sounds like. So this exhaust does sound very nice. As I said, cat back. It's not too loud, not obnoxious, anything like that. Sounds good. Looks good on the car. It doesn't look like it's out of place or just like, you know, like most cars. It looks like it fits pretty well on there. All right, here we go. So manual, like I said, feels really smooth, really sharp. Feels good, doesn't feel spongy or anything like that. So I'm gonna start driving and I'll show you what it's like. It is very low, so you need to be careful when you're driving such a low car like this. Especially in the area I'm in. There's so many bumps and the roads aren't always in the best shape, but you just got to be careful. Maybe have an extra bumper or two to put on in case you ruin yours. But like I said, feels very smooth. I would say my favorite gears is from like second and third. You have like plenty of power. It feels really good. You get that nice rumble, but once you start making your way up the gears, you start losing power and torque, obviously, because this car isn't meant to go, you know, super fast. But we'll shift through the gears a little bit here. So yeah, it feels very good. For a car like this, I would not expect it to drive, you know, so smooth or anything like that. I'll just stop here. And we're just gonna pull up to this gas station up here. Oh, that C5. That's the next car for me. And there we go. Whoa, the wind is very strong. But as I was saying, never tried this, so hopefully it's good. Dude, that wind is crazy. I'm gonna see what I can do with this car, and maybe we'll find out some things about this car that nobody knows, and maybe this car can be a great daily driver and also a great, you know, sporty car for the weekend, for all week, for every day, every hour, every minute. So I'll give you guys a quick few revs on this car so you guys can get a little idea of what it sounds like. Let me know what you think. I think it sounds pretty good. The exhaust that is on this makes it half decent. So let me know what you guys think. Perfect. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. More videos to come. Let me know if you have any feedback or any suggestions on this car. I know it's not a regular car that people would review or mod or add anything to. Usually old people drive these cars just as daily drivers or commuters, but I have a different plan for this car, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.